Continue their narrative. Lease on Luxury says, what would happen if those few people stopped donating? Could the community be viable for the business? Yes, because this has happened time and time and time and time and time and time again. Whenever one person walks out of that revolving door, someone else walks in. That's how it works. When you're a content creator that makes positive content, that's exactly how it works. You're going to see people walk in and out of your life constantly, and it's okay. Because as long as you're still there as a staple, continuing to make that style of content that's meaningful to people, some people will come back and you'll get new people and it will continue. It might not always be the same faces. It might not always be the same people. Hell, I've had different moderating teams over the years. I've had different people who do work for me behind the scenes and help me out over the years. But it doesn't matter, because as long as I keep up the good fight, keep doing the good stuff, right? People like it and will keep coming in to support it no matter what. All right. It's been 16 years, highs and lows. I've been on where? On YouTube, on various different YouTube channels, on Blip TV and on Daily Motion. I've been on Twitch. I've been on, excuse me, all these other places. And guess what? People still come with me. They're still with me along for this journey, right? Hasn't gone away. You don't know what you're talking about, right? You like, what on earth are you speaking of? And so now, wait a minute. You literally just changed the narrative. Just listen to this. What about the fake narratives? This is fragile. You're 4 years away from your bankruptcy. To save the house fundraiser. Whoa. What is your narrative? You don't have one. You've literally just changed the story 3 times. First, your narrative is, I don't have enough consistent supporters. If a few go away, I fail. That's happened a million times and I'm still here. I just explained. Well, what's the next thing? Where's the next goalpost? Okay. You are in a crazy mania. Your mania has taken over your small p brain, and all you can do is think about the next thing to say negative. They're all false narratives. You are an insignificant human. You don't matter. It doesn't matter what you say in the chat right now or what you do. You're insignificant on this planet. Here's what you need to do. Get away from your device and go do something with your life that will affect someone in a positive way. And what you're going to find is that that is going to be way more meaningful both for you and for everyone else around you than for you sitting in your false narrative land, believing your toxic nonsense and thinking that it has any bearing on me or my life. It doesn't. I will still be here tomorrow and you'll still be miserable humping Hatsune Miku in your bed. All right? So do yourself a favor, get the fuck off my stream, get a life, and get the fuck into something positive. Because, man, your toxicity is embarrassing to the human race. You are literally an embarrassment to human beings on this fucking planet. Go away. Yikes. I just got a $6 tip from the Blimp. We love you, man. Screw him. Thank you to the Blimp for another tip, a $6 tip. I appreciate that very much. I mean, these people can't even maintain a coherent thought for more than 10 seconds. The guy goes from detractor talking point to detractor talking point. He just bounces around parroting the same shit. And every time that something's, countered with a logical thing to disprove it, oh, I got to get to the next one. I got to get to the next one. I got to get to the wait, no, you already look like an idiot. You don't get to now say 10 more things. You're already a moron. These people are just so dumb. They really don't understand it. There's no reasoning with someone who's so far gone. You just have to have them have a moment of realization at some point in their life that they're going to try to be better people, But sadly, I don't know if these people ever will. It seems like what's happened is there's this community of people who have this mania in their head, and they actually, no exaggeration, have formed communities of relationships, online relationships, of course, but relationships nonetheless based on toxic behavior. The only way they even get human interaction or any kind of attention is toxic behavior. So they have to keep that up, or else now they have to realize that their lives are miserable, trite, meaningless. So they keep that toxic community going no matter what. Even if the narrative's completely false and fabricated, that's the only way that they feel like they have a meaning in their life. That is ridiculously pathetic, sad, and dangerous. We can't have a society within a whole undergroup of people who literally just sit on their devices crapping on things all day. This is not productive. This is awful. This is going to be the ruining of human society if we allow it to continue. If you know someone like that, you have to go call them out and be like, get the fuck out of your room. Get the fuck off your phone. Stop being a toxic douchebag to everything around you and get a life. Spend 5 minutes getting real life friends. Spend 5 minutes doing something positive with your life that is meaningful to other people around you. Stop being toxic. You're not going to help anything on earth. You're just going to burn this fucking planet down if you keep acting that way. It's insane. That guy, can you believe what the guy was saying in the chat? It literally, he was one detractor narrative. Okay, well, here's why that's wrong. Next one, next one, next one, next one. Rapid fire. Like he has his list, his checklist of shit, so he can copy paste them all in the chat. Dude, what the fuck is your problem? Like, wow, you need help. How do you not understand? And again, why don't they get it? They literally have a community of thousands of people who act like that around each other, right? It's insanity. If you contribute absolutely nothing positive to anyone on this planet, right? Why do you exist? Is that not, that should be the ultimate goal of every person, to at least put something out in their life that brightens the day of someone else, that makes someone else have a smile or feel good, right? Do something nice, and then we can all get along and we can all have a nice life together. Live and let live. Instead, everyone's got to burn down, attack, destroy, deride, be just gross to each other. How the hell can you go through life like that? I just don't get it. I would love for one of them to come up with a new narrative that hasn't been regurgitated for the last 5 to 10 years, because they don't have one. It's the same shit now in a loop. Because in truth, at one point in the past, I used to care so much that people would say this shit about me that I would go out of my way to try to like defend myself or actually like counter the narrative. But after a while, I'd say it was about 5 years ago, I realized no matter what I said, they would just come up with another one. So I just stopped. I realized at some point, it's becoming more harmful for me to waste time trying to defend myself than to actually just say fuck it and ignore it. And that's what I just started doing. So fuck this and ignore it, right? All these morons out there make documentaries and shit about me, fucking interviews. What has it done? Nothing. I'm still here. I still make the same content. I still have a great life. They've done nothing. They personally benefited because, trust me, they wouldn't have made the content if they wouldn't personally benefit from it. They're doing it for themselves. That's it. It's the only reason. No one else needed to be interviewed on Side Scrollers. I had to be. Why? Because they're going to get a benefit out of that. That's why. So there you go. So, these fucking nut jobs, man. I don't know how you can go through life like that. But that's the thing. Like, I just stopped 5 years ago or whatever. I was like, I'm not going to do this anymore. I'm not going to entertain the nonsense, because all that does is lets them get more content and waste my audience's time. You guys don't want to sit here listening to me talk about every fucking conspiracy theory that comes out of their mouth. I've already talked about most of them, and they don't care. They continue anyway. So what's the point, right? What's the narrative? The narrative is they jerk off to each other all day, every day, and I ignore them, and I continue on happy, and they're sitting there miserable every day. Well, who's the winner? They're out of their minds.